Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, January 15, 2021. Happy Friday. Let me go ahead and give you some market recap yesterday and what are the things to look for today. The Dow closed lower after rising intra highs and high-tech expanded losses beginning of the day, while S&P dropped 0.38%. The investor focus will be on allocation stimulus, any update on potential tax increase for first quarter in 2021. I'll tell you a little bit more detail below. Energy stock was doing well yesterday due to oil price increase. Amazon.com, Facebook, Google, and Microsoft closed in negative, but Intel and Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing went up a lot. Many of the green energy stocks slipped. For instance, fuel cell energy down 8%, and clean energy fuels tipped 1.92%. The jobless initial claim actual was 965,000 compared to consensus of 795,000. Despite Delta Airline missed earning update guidance drove the stock up by 2% yesterday. At the current moment, all U.S. futures are in red. Dow is down 0.53%, which is like 165 points. S&P futures down 0.44%, which is around 16 points. And NASDAQ is almost flat, like only 2.5 points. UK manufacturing production month-on-month actual is 0.7% compared to forecast of 0.9%. While Biden plans on top up to household 2,000, which means you probably get 1,400 if you got the 600 earlier, and federal unemployment benefit as well. But apparently the 1,400 wasn't very welcoming and from the Wall Street. That's why the pre-market wasn't looking good. The UK economy, based on the number was given and under discussion, is heading for a double-dip recession as well. So things are not looking, at the moment, besides China, the economy, really because of the pandemic, is affected all the rest of the world seriously and severely. Earnings expect JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup or the bank deliver their quarterly result. JP Morgan already came up ahead the number. The revenue came in 29.22 billion versus a forecast of 28.41 billion, and earnings per share is $3.79 versus a forecast of $2.56. So it's kind of all above the expectations. But despite that beating the expectation, pre-market price was actually dropped 2.4%. So we'll see if other market people see that positive news and actually were driven up. And I think the other two bank, Wells Fargo was down 3.5% as well, pre-market, and Citigroup was down as well. U.S. Producer Price Index, PPI, for month-on-month actually is 0.3% was forecast of 0.4%, which is slightly below expectations. On the data PPI, retail sales actually expected to be weak as well in December numbers, so it's probably worse than forecast too. So industrial production and state production using Michigan consumer sentiment. Stocks are likely to be focused on later today, also including Alibaba, Baidu, and Tencent Holding, the China stock whose ADR were left off the latest update to the U.S. blacklist on investment Chinese company. But Xiaomi XIACF was surprised to add to the list. So Hong Kong Hang Seng DAX stock actually tended 10%. This stock actually tended 10% before closing the market today. So I'm actually thinking, Biden plan may not be so bad. I mean, but it's already the argument of the stock. If today end up going down, you're saying the Wall Street already priced it into the expectation of $2 trillion. So nothing surprising. And also then probably people not very happy about, you said $2,000 and then you said actually 614 because Trump had already gave the 600. So it's kind of a little tricky there when he made the announcement, or somebody speculated what he said last week saying another 2,000, but apparently not. So he had the budget balancing, so that's probably what he come up with. But the funny part, however, is I don't add up the math to $1.9 trillion. So I don't know how he does it. With people we see $1,400, how much we talking about in total on that? Because the information I have added up is only 3 elements, and together don't add 1.9 trillion. So I don't know how this math work. That's just one of the tricky part is We actually never see the money. We don't know how the money flow. We don't know where you go. So, and how much is really going back to directly benefiting the economy, directly impacting the job employment status, we don't know. And that's just really sometimes surprising about politicians, right? They put all this team together, spend a heck of a lot of time and money, but then I don't I just don't see how much, at the end of the day we're just gonna see how much, if it's gonna move the economy. Hopefully it will move the economy. I don't know how people can survive without not having a job 6 months or a year, or or people ridiculous telling you just get a job, take a pay cut. Well, if you look at it, you're making so much money, you take a pay cut 50%, 75%, and just have a job. Can you really survive in America? Everything is so expensive here. And then you have to have insurance as well. What if you get a COVID-19 if you go to work? Now some places you need to go report it physically. So these are the things, some contradicting information that you receiving while company want to look good, and they would tell people that, oh, we work from home. Is it really work from home? Is it everywhere? Something I think as a responsible investors, as a responsible person who are trying to understand what's going on with the world, don't just listen to the news, but need to listen more to what's going on with your friends, your neighbors, your communities, that really tell you a little bit more about story, whether people or the news tell you the truth or not. But for me, I'm just sharing with you what I know, the best I know. And hopefully the market today, even the pre-market wasn't look good, you will have some more good news coming into it, or people will correct it, or more clarify exactly what they mean when 1.9 trillion, how that's going to pump the money to the economy. Because with the December retail sales mostly look worse, you may not necessarily shaking up, and the market may be, really doing a correction earlier. But I do anticipating that when Biden go to administration next week, well, Chinese people always say save face, which means, well, he want to look good. He doesn't want the stock market to crash, right? He want to show he's better than Trump. When doing his administration, one of the things Trump bragging about was, hey, I make the small market go up and make that much money. You guys should be happy. Well, he want to show the same thing, right? He want to say the market crash. Now this is the only thing that's showing people that's still positive, and now it slipped. Even though everybody's keeps saying the market will crash, we all know a lot of company indeed in overvaluation. But here's the deal, right? If 95% or 100% of the company in America are overvalued, are you telling me that means all the money, every investor going to withdraw all the money, so the market will crash 95%? The answer no, right? So that's why it's important for investors to pay attention to the market, both micro and macroeconomic factors. Position yourself very well with a long-term view of stock that is more secure. And for my portfolio investing advisory, I will tell people don't buy stock in NASDAQ now. You have to be very careful. In Dow, you got to be looking at which one is good, and potentially just buy stuff that's not even on those. And they still saying small cap international investment is the way to go for 2021. I hope you like my video. Thank you.